Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crisis 169, aka Mark, coming to you live. First off, my gamer tag Crisis 169 on PlayStation 4, PlayStation Network, obviously, Xbox Live, Xbox One X, and the Switch is one long number. I need to get that and shop that and bring it to you guys. Put it on there down below. I'll put it there down below when I get a chance. I will in one of these videos, so you guys send me friend requests with that on Switch. Put my name tag is Crisis169 on Switch, but one long number. That's my gamer tag. Why Nintendo doing that? You have to call them up and ask them because I have no clue. Dial 411 and then get calling kind of thing, I guess. Right. So today, speaking on Nintendo, the Switch 2 has been rumored to be coming out this year. Rumored. Rumors are just like everything else. Rumors like, hey, Joe Biden be a great president. It's a rumor. Or rumor is that Joe Biden won the presidency. Once again, a rumor, not a fact. But let's say Joe Biden is a good president, a great president, and let's say Switch does come out this next year, or this year coming out, this year now. Would it be now? I don't think so. I think it'll be probably March of next year, maybe coinciding with the release of the original Switch itself. Only because they have to give up time to hype, because COVID-19, folks, ain't going away anytime soon. The Al Qaeda bug, what I call it, ain't going away. It's going to be around for a long period of time until we treat it like the proverbial flu, get shot every year, you're fine, yay, Compiro goes off, right? So my thought on it is this. What I'm thinking is, it may be announced for next year, this year. And would it be 4K awesome graphics? Maybe. It may be 4K dock mode, maybe 1080p or 2K handheld mode. I got a 4K TV, a Roku for Christmas. I love it a lot. I'll do a review on that when I get a chance eventually. Um, Great TV. Um, and I think that coming in March, I'm going to do another review. I think a 2-year review of the Switch because I got it in 2019. I did, a year review. I did a couple month review in March of 2020. This would be the first official second year, but 1.5 review of the Switch coming up soon in March. I may do it early on my vacation in February, late February, so that way I can get it in because I do have things to do. I'm working, especially with inventory and I'm doing a lot of pulling stuff or sending stuff out. So I have a lot of things to do working in logistics. I don't have time to go home and make a video every 10 minutes because I'm tired. But I do it on weekends, which I can for you guys. So they said, like I will see you later. No, I'm just making drum there. I'm not gonna see you guys later. But my thoughts are video about this is it's gonna have to come out eventually. I think Nintendo gave us the Switch. It's a great concept. Doom Eternal runs good on it. Okay, Doom Eternal runs decently on the Switch. In handheld mode, 20 frames per second. They said dock mode, solid 30. Frame rate, probably 720. It's probably resolution. It's probably 720, 800p, maybe lucky 600. I know. A lot of the cutscenes have the bars around them because it just can't. It can't hold it. Hold it. It locks it at 19, maybe 20 frames, way below 30 frames per second. But you know what though? That's what it's trying. It's a Xeon. It has a Xeon drive or a Jaguar drive, whatever. It's going. It's the Switch One or the basic Switch right now we have, Switch Lite, is not designed to run Wolfenstein Colossus, but Doom Eternal runs it better than Wolfenstein Colossus did from the same company, I think or whatever company called, that created the port of Doom with the blessing on Nintendo. Because Nintendo didn't want any mature games. Now they want mature games. Like, come guess all of them. Like, we'll lowball it, and with it, what companies did. LA Lunar was a game that came out in the 360 and the PS4 and Xbox One era. Well, PS4 is one era. That was decent running. Doom ran good on it. Once again, you're gonna have textures. I play a 1X version, so when I see Digital Foundry video today, I watched it. I've seen the still shots of it. Yes, it looks different. The One X version is better, superior than the Switch version. But all the scenes are there, all the demons are there, monsters, we're gonna call them, are there. They're there because they're supposed to be there. And normally ports of days gone by, you usually lost stuff like that. Like on Titanfall on 360, you lost a lot of the action. That it looked like its 360 version, Titanfall looked like a painted on, you know, apartment. Where on the Xbox One, what came out launched on was actually lights blinking, whatever. See those small things, details, though people question. But you have to understand that with the hardware of the Switch, its hardware is barely powerful than the base Xbox One, folks. It is not designed to run games at 720p all the time. You're gonna have to make some tweaks and some certain cuts around the corners here to smooth them out to make them a little better, or the game won't run at all. A la WWE, I think 2018 is a prime example of that. The game was buggy as hell. It did not work. St. Hell's okay on E for Everyone channel. I'm having children here too as well, kids as well watching this because it's about Nintendo. So if I say hell or damn, should be all right, I think. Because if I probably hear worse than that right home, probably in the school bus, probably. Well, I know I did. But that going back to the story, going back to my thinking is that's what's going to happen. They have to do something. They have to do something with something. They have to make this work. And they're going to have to make it work. There is no way around this. You can't go, oh, well, we're going to do this, that, and the other. No. It's all or nothing. And Nintendo, for their credit, rolled the dice, and it's really good. The game works fine. A couple glitches here and there. But the glitches on the Xbox One X version, I got the game where I was playing with the demon in cathedral area. I couldn't get the last stone to come down. I had to really restart the mission a couple times to get it to work. There's a bug that happens. So games have bugs, believe it or not. I'm from a generation where games had to be completed on cartridges. And if you're just a Genesis fan out there, you had Sonic and Knuckles popped open. That's just DLC. Pop in the game, you have extra game right there. Nowadays, all games are behind a brick wall. Hey, give us money. Companies saying nowadays. So how far 25, 30 years have come, right? So, well, Mark going on rambles again. I can go on rabbit trails, so bear with me, okay? But the point being, folks, is this, okay? The Nintendo Switch version of Doom and Wolfenstein only ran because the developers had the blessing of Nintendo to get it on any way they could. The Witcher 3 runs really good on dock mode, but even better on handheld mode. They had to update it to make it run better on dock mode. Believe it or not, because handheld mode worked better because the screen was a lot smaller, resolution could fit better. So Nintendo Switch is a phenomenon that's not really unheard of. They took a console and made it portable. You might say, well, the Neo Geo, the TurboGrafx Express did that with TurboGrafx Express, and Sega Nomad did that with Sega, and with Genesis with Nomad. And the Game Gear. The Game Gear was okay, but it was fuzzy. The Nomad was not designed for handheld play, and it showed when the game was even more fuzzier. It was designed for TV sets, CRTVs back then. In TurboGrafx 16, I never used one, but I heard it was the same thing. You can't shrunk down an Xbox One X, Xbox X series to a handheld and hope it works. Now with the Xbox with the phone, you could do that with the Xbox controller, play games, but that's the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's being allowed to play because it's being configured for that screen. Like those movies, this is being configured for the screen movies, the old movies, the VHS movies, and DVD movies. That's what it is, folks. You get stuff like that all the time. You have to understand, folks, that's the Wolfenstein 2, Wolfenstein 1, and both Dooms on the Switch is a pretty good accomplishment, and it needs to be given praise. Taking a game that came out that runs really good on the One X. I have a One X. It runs great. It runs better on the X series and PlayStation 5. And digital. If you have Game Pass, it runs on the S. It runs great. It runs smoothly. It does what it's supposed to do. It's optimized for that system I mentioned. It'll even run on the original Xbox One. It may look about the same as the Switch, maybe, but it won't be because it's a base console that has power. The Switch is slightly underpowered than the base Xbox One. It's anemic when it came out, but it's a hit because people like taking the game Witcher and Wolfenstein on the go with them. The car ride to your weird grandmother, with smelly grandmother that has that weird eye and twitches a little bit for whatever reason. And you're playing, talking about her stories about 50 years ago, and you weren't even thought of. And your parents probably wouldn't have thought of then. And you're playing Doom with a headset on, or Wolfenstein, or Mario, or whatever. That's what this is now for. Not to no, I totally know your grandparents being crazy, but to you go play anywhere. You had Pokemon Go, Pokemon on the Switch. We've been great on Switch. It's mostly on the phone, but it's been great on Switch. If you you never get a back camera on there, or get a camera attachment, turn it around. Of course, kids walking in front of traffic. People walking in front of traffic with the phones, trying to get those Pokemon and those Pokemon Goes. See, there's a market out there for stuff. There's a market for everything out there, and Switch is filling a niche with people who can't get a PS5 X Series because these damn scalpers, once again, rated E, for PG for everybody. Parents, please watch this with your children. I'm trying to lay off the f bombs and the whatever. Um, But you have scalpers who are making people's lives miserable. They won't cough up the console. You pay $2,000, like, heck with that. People bought all the PS4 Pros and Xbox One X's and S's, and they're playing games at somewhat 2K to 4K upscale, or 4K 30, like I'm playing with the One X. Or they buy a Switch because all they get hands on the Switch right now. So giving himself Doom on the Switch is not a bad deal. Yes, they ain't gonna play as good as in PS5 or Xbox X Series, but you can thank the hoarders for that, and the companies like Microsoft and Sony who are not releasing the consoles yet, or not flooding the market with them. Flood the market. The scalpers have to pay a big price. It's called selling their consoles undervalue. I guarantee you, people are gonna make their lives miserable, and they should, because they should not do that in the first place. So everybody get their console in their hands and be nice. Well, then be nice, fine. You're gonna have to pay the price, and that's why the Switch is selling so well. Because people can't find an Xbox X Series, S Series, or a PS5, or digital 5, so they're gonna buy a Switch. Then when the Pro gets launched, of course, scalpers are gonna be out there salivating, licking their hands. But Nintendo's smart. They'll push it back if they have to get maybe close to 1 million out there and just flood the market with them. And flood it maybe United States first, maybe Japan first. Only you can't buy overseas. You must buy interstate. Whatever regulation today they can do it to get those scalpers to back off. Because they will buy every one of them they can. And that's what console releases. You need to be Johnny on spot. If you want a PS4 Pro, PS4, PS5, you gotta get one. But the Switch 2 will come out. Switch Pro will come out eventually, probably later this year. I'm thinking early next year, March probably, the anniversary. It's been out since 2017, 18, 19, 20. It's been 3 or 4 years out. And it's already sold almost as much as the Super Nintendo and even more. It's selling a lot because it's a console people want. Yes, I saw a kid crying because he had to buy only buy a Switch Lite. I'm like, you're getting a $200 console. Yes, so it's only a handheld. You know what? It's a game console. You're doing playing Mario on it anyway. I understand you want the TV thing. I'm thinking in my head. I know you want the TV experience, but you know what? Your brother has a regular Switch. You have a Switch Lite. You both play Mario Kart. Just play it online. Who cares, right? I see that, and I know kids are understanding it now that the Switch Lite's selling really good too because it's a handheld console only. So some people just want Switch Lite. They don't want to have plugs in their TV. That's fine. I do, so I wanted the Switch itself. I wanted the Switch bundle, and I wanted the whole Switch package. I didn't want just one. I wanted the whole thing. So I played Doc Milk. I think it worked with me occasionally. Worked with me and played it on lunch break. Playing it. Playing Mario or Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I'm having a great time with it. Do I play as much as I used to? No. but I will play it when the Mario 3D World comes out, Bowser's whatever. I'll be picking that game up next month. I'll buy digitally or I'll buy it physically. Don't know. Probably get physically. Save about 10-15 bucks on it. But yeah, guys, Switch 2 will come out, and Doom and Wolfenstein will probably run better on there. It'll probably have 64 megabyte cards designed for that system, but it'll probably upscale all the games too as well. You got so you got a handful of games like I do. I got Mortal Kombat 11. I got not Doom. I have Doom for the Xbox Game Pass, and I also have Doom on disc way before Bethesda got bought out by Microsoft. Um, and have Breath of the Wild. That's okay. I have uh, Hyrule Warriors. It's a hack and slash clone from Dynasty Warriors. Link's Awakening that came out back in 1993 on the original Game Boy. That's how old I am. I'm older than that, obviously. Um, but I have a lot of games there. Probably a few more than that, probably. But what I'm saying is, though, folks, you have to understand, though, that the Switch itself is designed, and those games will probably run upscale or run at 60-30 frames, maybe locked at 1080p. And that's fine. Hey, that's an upgrade improvement, or 60 frames. That's an upgrade improvement. So Switch 2 should not just crap on all of those games. They'll probably make it run it better and have better updates to it. So and hopefully have a close to a 500 gig or a terabyte internal drive. Maybe 220, maybe 250 will be probably superb. 500 maybe, internal drive. 160 would be a slap in the face. But 125 gigabyte internal drive, SSD or just solid to whatever drive, would be suffice to hold a lot of the games. Granted, you still have to buy an external drive, but then again, if they're $64, $75 for one of those, you get 64 one or 128 like I got for $47. Ain't too bad. You'll hold a lot of games. You can swap. You can move them around if you want to. Move them over there and get a newer one, a bigger one, and move them on that one. So I think they'll probably sell you probably a 1 terabyte external SSD with a picture of Mario on it or something for maybe about $80 and call it even, $100 call it even. So since you got all the games you want on there, so I think that's a good idea for the Switch to do is not take off their fans. Would it be a standalone console like this where you dock it and the dongles right on it and it doesn't come off, or would it be removing like the old one? I think they'll probably try something new with dongles to stay on it, and you can put it into a dock mode and take it out without even having to charge anything. Just boom, 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 done, ready to go. More convenience that way because the people have lost dongles, believe it or not, lost them more than they lost the game packs, little game packs, believe it or not. So that one there is interesting to look at. So I say that as being interesting to look at. If it comes out being a same as Switch, kind of, but a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit fatter because of its design, and maybe having design like hold that what the dongles are attached this time. You can't take them out, so you put it in the dock mode, pick it up, you're ready to go. And that'd be interesting. And will the Pro Controller work with it? Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it don't take off a lot of people. And will the dongles work with it? You have to put under a Switch. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? So I think it'd be interesting to look at. I think, and when I get the news, I'll bring it to you guys. When I get the news, you got to know, not here first, but you'll know when I bring the news to you. I appreciate you guys watching my video. Thank you for watching what I've been doing for the last couple of years. You 5-7 subscribers I have are wonderful to me. I think you guys are great for watching, taking time to watch my videos. Thank you guys for doing what you're doing, my videos. If you share them, like, subscribe, notifications, ring the bell, thumb up, thumb down. Like to comment below how I'm doing. If you want to see anything else on my channel, please leave me a message. Once again, if you want to talk to me in Xbox Live, it's Crisis 169. You'll see me on Xbox mostly. I'm mostly playing U2W Network or playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'll see you guys later. You guys take care. Peace out.